Worst looking game.
Worst looking game. Let's do that.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5.
I actually have a different pick, but that's on my list.
But I choose that because Lil Wayne's in it.
Lil Wayne's in it?
Barely.
He's apparently a skater.
Almost not even. But yeah.
No, but that game looks god awful. Did they build
it
on a PS1?
No, I've seen it. It's like they at the last moment were like, God, this is like shit. Just do cell shading.
Yeah, just muddle it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like when you know Conan does like his whole Clueless Gamer shit, and he did it with Tony Hawk's, and I felt that Conan was like not enjoying himself.
Mortified.
Yeah, like this is what we're doing. We have Tony Hawk and Lil Wayne next to me. It was so bad. It didn't even make it funny.
On the Clueless Gamer.
Yeah, it didn't even make it funny.
I'm amazed they even did a segment on that game.
I'm surprised too.
Like,
but that's because Tony fucking Hawk paid him.
He's probably under contract to do it.
He paid him.
No, I'm betting you it was Activision who made them fucking do that thing.
Or Neversoft.
It's just a paid advertisement. It's pretty standard.
Yeah.
But I'm sure Activision has them under contract to do it, or at least Tony Hawk to do it.
Yeah, they probably have a contract.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do this many games a year.
Because I don't think, okay, so this is the best scuttlebutt that I've heard on Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5. This is complete rumor and speculation, but I think, and that's kind of what we roll with here. But the idea that Tony Hawk is at the end of his contract with Activision, and Activision, in the way that Activision normally would do, just basically this dumpster fire of a game was kind of their way of just putting the fucking nail in the coffin of this fucking contract. Like, not only are we done, but we're done
with an exclamation point.
We're gonna poison the water so badly for whomever you
salt the earth.
Take this up with next.
It's like, remember what you liked? Guess what? We shit on it.
We're gonna Sim City this property.
That sounds like such an Activision thing to do. If that's true, I would not be hugely surprised.
Bring back Skate.
You have any other picks, Kevin?
No, that was it.
Can I go?
Yes.
Yeah, go.
I have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5 as a runner-up. I also have Raven's Cry as a runner-up.
Oh my God, we had Raven's Cry mentioned on this.
Because here's the thing,
Did you actually play that?
I don't have to play these to say they're best looking or worst looking. But by far, and here's the thing, I actually did get to play this because a friend of mine is a huge Godzilla fan, so I did get to play this. It's Godzilla, the game. Holy shit. That thing is looks like a fucking N64 game.
Amazingly, I know people who like that game.
I'm sure they do. It looks like fucking horrific.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how anything else wins worse.
Is it a pirate game?
It looks like somebody took their Godzilla figurines and threw them on a pyre.
It is running on the PlayStation 4. Watch YouTube videos. It's ghastly.
Oh, I've fucking seen it. It's a goddamn mess.
Wait, you're talking about the pirate game?
No.
Raven's Cry looks terrible, but I'm talking about Godzilla.
Yes, Godzilla.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I'm gonna go.
Like, what?
Actually, Boris, I'll go last. Boris, you go.
Honestly, the Game of Thrones game has a really weird filtering to it. Like, I don't, to the point where I started playing it, I'm just like, this is supposed to be intentional.
Yeah, it does look weird. You're absolutely right.
It's strange. Like, they chose it to be that way. I just don't like it.
I feel like it has a lot to do with the limitations of that engine, but I may be grasping at straws on that one. I'm not entirely sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, like I could also put as like runner up the Majora's Mask, the port to the
port to the DS,
because they did some to pick up the graphics, but you could also do more. Like, I don't know if they're trying to toe the line between nostalgia and the old look of the old thing. I didn't play it on N64. So, like, this is my first time through it.
There you go.
Some games don't age well. Oh my God, it looks
That's
like
running on a PlayStation 4.
If you are all set with that, I am going to take over for this category.
Yeah,
there are probably a couple that are going to be surprising on this list, but we'll just go with it. I think we've all agreed that Tony Hawk 5 is a fucking disaster.
Fucking
I actually don't like the graphical look of Evolve. After thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, I think that game is really not a good looking game.
How the gameplay turned out?
No, how it looks. I feel like it's graphically, the monsters are cool, the environments are terrible, and the character design is god awful. Fallout 4, it doesn't win this category, but when I look at that game and I look at Fallout 3, there is barely a moving of the needle on how that game looks.
The facial animations are slightly
It
better.
runs slightly better, but honestly, it's the Bethesda games have always been ugly. Always, especially the character design. And this is like a slight moving of the needle forward, still in the ugly category. It's not much better. I think the world looks better overall, like the entire palette. But when you get really close to shit in that game, it is still pretty bad. Boom, 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 boom. I lost my place. There it is. Yeah. Dying Light.
Really?
And I think that may be more technical than...
Worst looking game?
Yeah, I think that may be more technical than anything else. That thing is a frame rate hog.
Yeah.
And it does not run smoothly.
No.
And when you look at that thing, it's just like, I don't know. Something about this is off. Oh, maybe it's because it's running at 15 frames right now. It's got problems. And that affects the whole graphical look of it. I mean, it's not a badly designed game from a graphical standpoint. No. It's just like, it's not that much above what the Dead Island series did. And then the winner for me, and I'm probably going to get some pushback from this corner of the room on this one. Life is Strange.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's a winner for me.
Yeah, it's
it really. I want to love the graphics in that game, and there are some stylistic choices that are fantastic. And then it looks like a PS2 title.
It wears out its bag of tricks pretty quickly.
It really
because when you first see it, it's like,
does.
oh, this looks like a watercolor painting, and then it's like, oh, it just kind of looks like a really shitty watercolor painting.
It's very accurate.
Yeah, no, it's not a good looking game at all.
Yeah, I have problems with that game.
Boris, did you go?
Boris,
I did.
he had Game of Thrones.
Oh, right.
I think that's it.
And
I mean,
again, and the chat started like coming back at me with that. Be like, yeah, no, it's a moving painting watercolor thing.
Still looks
I'm like, yeah,
that.
that's fine. It's strange. It just took me out of it. It's not that it's not aesthetically nice. It's just, it took me away from the game. Like it made me see it as a game. Which is a strange way to
Is
describe
it because
it.
It's
but
compared
it was just,
to
it
the
created
show?
a barrier.
Is it like compared to the show, like having like Game of Thrones and how it looks like, and then playing a game that doesn't look anything like Game of Thrones?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like it was a nice style, but the wrong place to do it.
Yeah.
Cool.